Hey people, I'm back with another Movie Nut Discusses, and this time, oh boy, have I got one for you. This is something that regularly gets on my nerves when I go to forums or listen to reviews or people talk about movies. It's just something that just really goads me, being both a critic and a filmmaker and a little bit of a writer. It does get on my nerves that people just don't seem to know how to do this. You know, films have been around for over 100 years and people still don't know how to do the most basic thing. When you go into a movie, set your expectations properly. This is something that I just revile. It's like people just will go into a film with stupid expectations for it. Like, let's take a movie that I liked. I mean, I didn't think it was great, but I enjoyed it. Pirates of the Caribbean 4 on Stranger Tides. I enjoyed it. I went into it expecting just a summer popcorn movie with some cool lines and some good acting, and I got what I wanted. And then, you know, you go to places like Rotten Tomatoes and Internet Movie Database, and people are like, "Oh my god, it's the worst movie of all time. It isn't classic. It's stupid, and it doesn't make sense." And I'm like, really? Just really? You didn't pay attention to the trailer? Wasn't it a dead giveaway that this wasn't going to be a classic and that this wasn't going to be as good as the first one? And even now, like, I'm not a fan of the Transformers movies, but the fact is, people, you know, they go into it and then they come out and they say, "Oh, it was absolute rubbish." And I'm like, well, no, crap, genius. I mean, it's Michael frickin' Bay. What were you expecting? And besides, isn't it obvious in the trailer what you're getting? Robots fighting each other and a boatload of explosions. That's what it is. That's all it is. And you went into it disappointed. You know, I'm not saying movies don't have to try. I'm all for movies trying to challenge me. But the fact is that you look at a trailer and you should be aware of what the hell you're getting into. Like, as I said, Pirates of the Caribbean. I knew what I was getting myself into, which was a popcorn movie. Nothing more, nothing less. And then I see all these reviews about people whining about it, and I'm like, did you even pay attention to the frickin' trailer? It should have been a dead giveaway. You know, like the bit where Captain Jack screams and then he's like, you know, "Is that it?" And Jack's like, "I think so." It's like, you couldn't tell from that what kind of movie this is going to be. And then what's even more rich is that then people, you know, love to say, "Oh, the movie was crap and it didn't meet my expectations." You know, whenever people say it didn't meet my expectations, I laugh because, you know, it's like you were expecting an Oscar-winning masterpiece from a movie that had stupid jokes and a boatload of explosions. What do you want me to say? I mean, I'm not saying the film doesn't have to try. Films should try. But the thing is, when you look at a trailer, you should be able to guess what kind of movie you're getting yourself into. I mean, yes, it is true that there have been times where trailers have not exactly been 100% truthful, but if you're smart and if you know your movies, you should be able to deduce what it's about. And the thing is, there's no reason for you to go into Transformers expecting The Dark Knight or something of that caliber, because you're not going to get it. This is what I don't like, is that people then have the gall to say, "Oh, this movie was crap compared to The Dark Knight." It's like, this movie wasn't trying to be The Dark Knight. It's like, why are you comparing, you know, Transformers to The Dark Knight? Or why are you comparing Pirates of the Caribbean to Indiana Jones? There's no point. Comparing one film to another is really poor reviewing in my mind, and it just shows that you are incredibly shallow when it comes to films, and that you're not willing to give the film a try simply because it's not like Dark Knight or it's not like Indiana Jones. The thing is, when you go into a movie, you should know what the hell you're getting yourself into. You know, from the posters, you know, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but the thing is, there is no excuse for you to think that if you go into a film with Michael Bay's name on it, that you're going to get an Oscar-winning masterpiece. Because you're not. All Michael Bay is going to give you is action scenes and explosions, because that's what he does. And the thing is, people still don't seem to learn. It's like, every time they see a trailer with Michael Bay's name on it, they go in, they get pissed off, and then they go to the forums and say Michael Bay sucks for the millionth time. And it's like, his name was in the frickin' trailer. It's like, what were you expecting? If his name is on the trailer, it's obvious what it's going to be. You know, in the same way that if Christopher Nolan's name comes on a trailer, you know it's going to be at least some kind of quality. The thing is that there is no excuse for you to go whining on the forums when there was every single opportunity for you to realize what kind of film it was. Thing is, at the end of the day, if you go into that movie and you completely ignore the most obvious of things, like someone's name or things that they put in the trailer, why the hell are you watching the movie? You are the one who's going to come out of the movie angry, pissed, fed up. It's like, you pay attention to that trailer or you look at that poster and think. Don't go in because it has one of your favorite actors. If you know that the person who is directing the movie, or just the way that the film looks from the trailer, if you think it's going to be garbage, don't see it. The fact is that the studios are giving you every opportunity to make up your mind, yet you still go in and you still whine because it doesn't meet your and only your expectations. As I said, you have a right to have expectations, but the fact is, you can't go into a film with such obvious goals and expect it to do more, because it's not. You know, Pirates of the Caribbean is not Shakespeare, it's not Citizen Kane, it's never going to be those. I like those movies, but I'm going to openly admit that they're not, you know, up there as great movies, because that's not what they're trying to be. They're just trying to be fun popcorn movies. And when people go in and they just start whining and whining, I'm like, if you want to see, I don't know, Indiana Jones, watch Indiana Jones. Comparison is a lazy way to do things. Okay, unless it's in the same series, don't do comparisons. It's lazy and it's a cop-out. And that's why I have to say, you know, set your expectations properly. If you're going to go into a film with Michael Bay's name on it, then know what the hell you're getting into. Or any other film. You know, just set your expectations properly and don't set them to the frickin' moon, because guess what? You're going to be disappointed. No movie ever meets hype or expectation. That's just the fact. That's just how it is, and I'm sorry, but that's how it stands. And well, that's all I had to say. So, till next time.